Hey guys, Lost here, and today we're going to talk about which game is better, DayZ Standalone or H1Z1. Hopefully this will help you decide which game you want to get if you're going to buy one or the other. I mean, you could buy them both, which would be fun, but if you're just deciding. And this is also for if you just want to know which one's better. But right now, H1Z1 is priced at $20, while DayZ Standalone is not $20, not $30. It is now $35. Giving H1Z1 a leg up, obviously, in price. Since they are both alpha games, DayZ would be more expensive, though I would have to disagree on it being $35, seeing as the amount of work I think that has been put into the game and the amount of content that's in the game is still so small compared to what it could be. I don't think it's worth $35, but you guys can make that out yourself. But I talk too much, so let's just get right into it. As I mentioned before, DayZ Standalone does cost more than H1Z1, about $15. Now, since H1Z1 is so new, I've only put in about 20 hours in the game, and in DayZ I've put in about 600, so I think there's a lot more content in DayZ than there is in H1Z1. I will be pulling up a map here in a second for you guys to see. The size comparison in the maps does affect how much the game will be played. You can definitely tell the size difference, H1Z1 being in the red box, which leads to a lot more player interaction. When compared to DayZ, you may run for hours and hours before you even see another player, which is what I think makes DayZ special, is the player interaction. Right now in H1Z1 it's just kind of, it happens too often. In H1Z1 there are three types of vehicles: the police car here in a second, the Jeep, and the green pickup truck, and you'll also see a video about the green pickup truck. In DayZ Standalone there's a green VS3, which is this truck of sorts. But keep in mind, as both games are in the alpha stage, they're both glitching a lot of areas. Each game is going to have their mess ups, their screw ups, because that's what's there to figure out. That's why it's an alpha, so it can work out those kinks with the general public. Now, the setting for both games, DayZ is set in the Czech Republic. That's the official area I've read. It's a much colder, harsher, darker environment than H1Z1, which is set in the American Midwest. It's more green, colorful, has animals, more wildlife, that kind of thing. As you can see, this is the only vehicle that is in DayZ. Now, DayZ Standalone is much more loot oriented. You have to go out and find what you want rather than craft it. In H1Z1, it is much more about crafting. You can still find loot in both games, you can still craft in both games, but in H1Z1, you have many more options to craft things, make different types of food, and different types of weapons. Let's see how this spear works.
You mean the traps, or the actual
No, like the arrows themselves will stop you in place when you're driving. Now, other things that H1Z1 offers versus Standalone. Standalone will offer base building in the future. That's their plan. It will still be a while as far as I know. H1Z1 here in this video, you're seeing I'm on my friend's base. It is pretty well fortified. There are many more options for making a base in H1Z1. In Standalone, you can put down a tent that will stay there. You can put stuff in. You will be there when you die. You won't lose it when you die. And you can lock doors in Standalone. I guess that's what they said was their form of base building or barricading doors. Not really sure about that, but that's what it offers. Another thing I'm sure a lot of people are wondering about are weapons. As you can see, the bow and arrow is a very primary weapon in the game. It's easily crafted with sticks and cloth, which can be turned up by your shirt, but that's not important. In H1Z1 there are a few weapons: a pistol, an M1911, spears, axes, that kind of thing. There's an AR-15 and a pump-action shotgun, and then a 308 D rifle. As you can see here, I'm using the Mosin Nagant with a PU scope in DayZ Standalone. There is the M4, the AUG, many types of AK-47s and AK variants. So far, I will say the weapon and player customization in DayZ Standalone is much more complex and diverse in DayZ Standalone than in H1Z1. I believe that's because H1Z1, since it is so new, it is underdeveloped, yet with the loot, you can get backpacks, there's different types of shirts and headwear you can wear, but it's still so rare in most cases. Not a huge deal, backpacks are pretty readily available, but that has actually been fixed now. They just recently released an update to increase the loot. Now looking to the future of both games. First quarter for Dayz Sa standalone this year will be basic vehicles, new zombie AI, improved anti-hack system, diseases. Quarter 2 will be player statistics, advanced vehicles, world containers, new physics system, dynamic events. Quarter 3 would be traps and barricading, character's lifespan, the council prototype, and advanced communication. And quarter 4 will be animal companions, Steam, community integration, construction of bases, and beta version. Now those are just a few things I pulled off of the yearly roadmap for Dayz 2015. Will they accomplish that? I'm gonna say no, seeing as they update their game about once a month, regardless of how many bugs they put into the game the month before, which is the main reason why I do not support Dayz as much as I used to. As of right now for H1Z1, they do not have a roadmap posted. They said, we're just going to be smarter this time around and do things differently with H1Z1 by not posting a roadmap. They learned that was a mistake. By February 15th, we will commit to sharing our full 3-month game development roadmap, including features, game additions, and updates for you to see and provide input. This is the place to ask questions, discuss big features, and speak up things that you want to see in the game quickly. I just read that from the forums, so that's all I have about the roadmap for now. Now we're going to be on the topic of zombies. I know it's a zombie game and I'm finally getting to it, but the zombies in Dayz, bugged. That's all I have to say. Since the very first day it launched, the zombies have been a constant nuisance, and I'm not saying they're overpowered. I'm saying they outrun you, they jump through walls, they can hit you while you're inside buildings, and it's been that way ever since the game first launched back in December of 2013. That is one of the main problems I have, is the amount of bugs they always put in their updates, obviously not on purpose, but that end up coming with the updates anyway, and they don't get fixed for sometimes 2 or 3 months after that original update anyway. They just keep on pumping out new advancements, they call them, to the game. It's really compounded for me, and at the end it's just making the game extremely hard to get into and play again. Now H1Z1 on the other hand, their zombies are, I guess you could say, as close to real zombies as you might want. They're slow, walker type, Walking Dead type zombie. They aren't glitchy, you can run from them if you need to, and they don't hurt your character by hitting through walls. You can obviously tell how great of a shot I am with the bow here with this zombie. I missed. So the final verdict for me, I'm gonna have to say that it would be H1Z1, just because of how far it already is before the game has even been out for a month, compared to the slow progress that Dayz has made since its launch last year. I definitely think H1Z1 has more potential and can go farther, and is just already way more put together than I think Dayz will be in a long time. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you made your own decision. Thanks for watching again. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.